Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Down to Earth Astronomy. Now, back in 2007, I started playing EVE Online for the first time, and I played the game for almost 6 or 7 years, I think, until I decided to stop, simply because the game was too time-consuming for me. Now, recently, a friend of mine wrote to me and said that I should check out the game again because it recently just became free to play. So here I am, returning to EVE after I think a 3-year break, and having a look at the game, see if I can still figure out what's what. But let's go ahead and run through some of at least the UI looks very similar to what I'm used to. Character sheet is different, very different. So as I recall reading in the patch note, there was something about that you are in an alpha clone, yeah, and you only have access to certain skills and certain skill levels when using alpha clone. However, when you unlock or when you begin to have a paid account and you get these omega clones that will allow you to get access to all the skills again. So you can see I still have my skills, and I assume the yellow boxes are the ones I do not have access to. But again, looks very similar, so that's probably okay. Inventory. Okay, apparently I left a lot of stuff here. A mark carrier, lots of materials, lots of salvage, other meta items that probably needs to be sold. What is this? Can we... okay. Okay, so the ships with an omega symbol are probably the ones that I cannot use. Yeah, okay, because I do not have a paid account right now, but I can probably use some of these smaller ships. Yeah, here we go. The ships are flying into the hangar now. That's neat. I used to use these ships here for for ganking miners and high-stakes suicide ganking. Is this actually fitted? How do I get into my fittings? Fittings. Yes, so this is a typical ganking setup. Small blasters, yeah. Small blasters with antimatter. Prevent them from warp out, and then just magnetic field stabilizers. And here we go. All the damage you can get out of this ship without paying too many. Yeah, so this is a typical Empire ganking ship. That's nice. Still have those. Anyway, the market. Market looks very similar. Not a lot have changed here. I mean, these graphs have changed the UI a little bit, and you can now switch this around. You couldn't do that before. It was like a drop-down menu, but all in all, it looks very similar, so that's good. I've already spotted a few new ship groups and ship types, so probably a lot to go around there. Industry. This is new as well. Install blueprint. Okay, so that's still the same. That we need to use blueprints, but okay. So the UI is slightly changed, but these jobs and the facilities are still kind of the same. So that's something I have to look into. I used to do PvP and live in low sec with my main account, and then I did station trading and general industrial stuff back with my alt accounts in Empire to make credits that I could spend on blowing people up. The map here is also very new, to me at least. We did have a 3D map back then, just like this one, but we have had the solar system map and the galaxy map or the star map as two separate applications. It's nice to see that they put it into one. It's actually a nice little feature. I kind of like that, because you can get an overview of where the systems actually are compared to each other and which gates they connect to, and that's pretty neat, like that. Ship 3. Well, this is very new. So you can see all the ships from the different factions. Oh, that's clever. And you can see where it's been blocked because you cannot use the ships due to not on the paid account. Not that many new ships, that's not too bad. This one is new. This one is very new. What is this? Can we? Yeah. It looks like the weird child between a Myrmidon and a Dominix. Are those gun hard points? Does this have hard points? Still, can I see that? Where do I see that? Fittings. High power slots. No. No, doesn't have hard. Shouldn't it have ship that I know have hard points? The Megatron. It has hard points. Fittings. Yeah, so it should have third hard points. It does not have hard points. What are you for then? What's its bonus for? Remote repairs. Okay, so it's like a logistics ship. Combat boosting, and what does the Thanatos then do? Because that used to be a very good, decent logistics ship. The normal carriers. Oh, okay. So if we go the Thanatos, what's it? Drone bay, drone bay, drone bay. Here we go. Fighter hangar capacity, yeah. Fighter squadron launch tubes. Oh, this is new. Instead of having bandwidth. Okay, that's been changed as well. But okay, so the Thanatos looks like the normal carriers are now pure drone and damage, whereas these carriers, the new ones, are more for logistics. So this was split up into two. Because before, the Thanatos kind of have a multi-role. That's neat. Nice. Like that. Moving on. Personal assets. Still looks very much the same. Do I still have my carrier? Yeah, I do. What else? We have a Nom Nom. That's a new dummy. Omen for PvPing probably. An Incursion Guardian. PvP Megatron. Nice. Which I can't use either. On this account at least. Ooh, wallet. Do I still have all my credits? I do. And I have way more than I expected. That's not too bad. 41 billion ISK. That's a nice thing to return to. What else? Journal, store. Okay, what? Okay, this is new to me as well. Looks like some tutorial projects. Oh, okay. This is okay. Tutorial cell sampling. Okay, this is also new. Let's look into that later on. But anyway, let's try and see if I can get a small ship that was in inventory. Yes, and then get a small ship, and then try to undock. See how the graphic is. I mean, the graphic has definitely been updated since I last played. It looks like it at least. But let's see how it looks outside. Oh, pretty. A lot more bloom than I recall. No, no, stop. Don't show info. Okay, can I warp somewhere? Warp to the planet?
Warp drive active.
Oh, new. You can zoom in a lot. The voice are different. She used to be more... sound more like a robot. Aurora, the ship computer voice thing. Still have my... Oh, they still keep my old bookmarks. That's nice.
Warp drive active.
Oh, I wonder if I still have my deep saves. Back many years ago, there was a bug in the game where if you warped to a Stargate or any other object that was close to the edge of a solar system, you could log out just before you landed, and when you log back in, you would somehow be bumped out of the system, and you would be bumped out with something like 2 or 3 times the speed of light outside the system, and it definitely meant it basically meant you could make safe spots outside the system, like 3,000 light years out or something if you wanted to.
Warp drive.
And we used those safe spots back in the day. If you were in 0-0, you had to jump into a hostile system with a sino bridge. You would jump in at the point out there, because it would simply just take 5 or 10 minutes for the enemy fleet to warp out there.
Docking permission requested.
And that meant we have time to get everybody through the bridge and load the system, because that was before they implemented the time warp thing that I think they have now, where they slow down server time if the system is very populated. They didn't have that back then. You just have to sit and wait for the system to load, and that could take hours. And sometimes you would just load into you being in a pod if you were lucky, if you just didn't wake up in a system or a new clone suddenly. But anyway, so we warped in at these points far, far away, which gave us time to load the system and get everybody in. And then once everybody was in, we could then take the 5 or 10 minute warp it would take to get into the actual system and begin to start the actual fight. But I'm pretty sure they fixed this bug by now. But that should mean that I still have my old deep save points scattered around Eve somewhere, which is pretty nice, because if nobody else can get out there now, it's a very safe spot. It should be way outside any scanner range. So, but anyway, that's another story for another day. This was a quick look at the game. A lot have changed. A lot is still the same. But anyway, if you want to see more EVE Online content, give this video a like down below, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'll see you guys in space.